same. He still has the same amount of people that work with him every day. I don't get it. What happened to Dame? Only thing that happened to Dame is I had to get my teeth fixed, and they fixed. And it wasn't nothing money stopping it. It just I had to have time to not have teeth for 6 months. Period. And that shit hurt. You tell me what happened to Dame. I don't want to work with Jay-Z. I don't want to work with Leo Cohen. I don't want to work with Steve Stout. Everyone talking about me, I outgrew them in 2005. What about Dame? Oh, Dame makes children's books. Runs up in jails in Chicago and changes laws. Dame represents the OSG, 200 principles from economically challenged places and makes curriculums and goes into schools. What about Dame? What about Dame? Dame is the flyest in the world. I'm the flyest in the world. Even when I'm broke, I'm fly for being broke. Again, who talks about it? Who's famous for being broke? I've never heard of that. So no matter what, I'm gonna be famous for everything I do because I'm that guy. I can't help it. With people, the devil. That's what the devil. You gotta remember, the devil. This is the difference between the way God communicates and the devil. I had this epiphany. God doesn't tell you anything direct. You gotta figure life out. The devil talks direct and brings and focuses on your vices. The devil's voice is way louder than God. You got to figure God out, just like you got to figure a woman out. Women don't speak direct. They're godly. They create life. You got to figure them out. So anyone directly saying that is just saying that so you don't try to figure out really what's going on. That is the devil saying that. The devil's always going to put a thorn crown on Joshua. I'm not even going to say Jesus because it's disrespectful to God to me. The devil will always put a thorn crown on Yahshua in the flesh. That's the devil that does that. That's not God that punishes God or tries to make an example of goodness. That's the devil. So don't ever expect the devil to celebrate me. Don't ever expect anyone evil to say I'm doing well. What you should know, anyone that looks at me from that perspective, you got a little bit of malice in their heart, a little evil you might not want to trust. Because just as much people say the negative shit, I think because I get more love than anything. But you just got to figure that out. You know, you don't listen to the loudest talker. That's the one tricking you. You got to figure shit out and go with what's logical. Men don't listen to emotion. They listen to logic. They don't listen to voices. They listen to what adds up. Bitch ass niggas do that. Fredos do that. You know? That's not for men. Emotion doesn't dictate action for men. Logic does. At least the men that I've been raised and have been my point of reference.
What would you say to the people that claim that you was mistreating them back then?
Go find God. Just because I mistreated you because you did something evil, don't try to make it look like I'm not godly. I did it in the name of God. Ask him why I was loud, if it was ever for evil. I've been loud for godly reasons. Does a minister yell? Yes. When he talks, he has a lot of passion and they project. Pause. So that's just my ministry. That's how I preach. No one gets mad at a minister for doing that. But let me just say somebody said I said something ungodly, though. That I did something unholy. Let's get to that. Of course the devil's going to be mad when I talk God's word and in God's tongue very loud. It burns their soul.